Guys, what's up? And again, welcome to another video here at another talk show. Right now, I show my face because I want to really focus on this particular video that you just clicked on. And as the title says, how to create your thumbnails for your YouTube videos. That's what right now. So basically, first thing, what is a thumbnail? So we're on YouTube right now, and you're looking at not videos, but you're looking at images actually. So if you hover over the image, depending on your settings, they'll kind of play by themselves. But the thing is, what will actually make you click on a video? Now, sometimes people will actually try reading the titles, and that's what's going to make them click on that video. Like this guy, how much I make with 1 million subscribers. So definitely, if you're interested with that, you're going to go on ahead and click his video. But another thing that you are really going to notice first is his thumbnail, the picture that is on YouTube, so you can actually go on ahead and try and be interested in it. I'm sorry that I'm shouting a little bit. There's just some background noise that's happening. Anyway, so make sure that you guys hear me out. So with the thumbnail that's happening, that's all around over here, that's what's gonna entice you to go ahead and click on a video and hopefully play that video. So that's why thumbnails are important. So you actually get thumbnails right away automatically once you do upload a video, but the thumbnail is going to be based on your video. So you don't want your thumbnail to be a blurred out face of yours if you're doing vlogs. So what are effective thumbnails? Well, these guys are doing a pretty good job at it. A thumbnail is just really supposed to be simple and should attract you to go ahead and watch a video, like Tifa and Cloud over here. Uh, well, I don't know. Who's your favorite Final Fantasy VII ship? Is it Tifa and Cloud? Is it Aerith and Cloud? Well, we all know Aerith dies. Mikey Chen over here with his thumbnail is pretty good. I gotta love that chicken. Every Gundam timeline. So yeah, I think one of the better out of all of these thumbnails over here, it's this one that could have been changed to a degree, because I get that they used this thumbnail because they somehow wanted to feature the two trainers in the North American internationals for the Pokemon trading card game, and their respective Pokemon cards, which is the Sylveon GX and a, yeah, I forgot the Zero. I'm not even gonna try and guess the name, but yeah, starts with letter Z. That's for sure. So yeah, this is the only video here whose thumbnail I would probably change, but other than this, it looks pretty good. Anyway, so how do we create a thumbnail now? Well, that's what this video is for. Now, if you're gonna ask how do I put thumbnails on my video, that's gonna be for a different thing. Maybe we can try to do that at the end of what we're going to do right now. So basically, these are images, okay? These images that you see, the thumbnails, are not actually part of the video. Well, sometimes they're not part of the video. Oftentimes, they are really not part of the video. They're just images that the people who uploaded the videos made so that their videos get clicked more. Because again, when you watch a YouTube, when you go to YouTube, you use your eyes, okay, and you see colors more. You see bigger texts more compared to titles, which are smaller if you really look at the screen. So, good thumbnails might be equal to more views, all right, and more subscribers, and thus you fulfilling your YouTuber dreams. Anyway, I think that's a very good overview of what thumbnails are and how they can help get viewers to your videos. So let's go on ahead and create a thumbnail. So again, as mentioned, a thumbnail is basically just an image, and to create an image, you just need a little bit of graphic design skills. Up to you. I don't know how good you are with your graphic designing. Um, or you can pay someone to create the thumbnail for you, or you can make it yourself. So if you're a graphic artist, definitely go ahead and make it yourself. You'll save a lot more money that way. So the first thing that you would need to do is to open the software that you're going to use to create your image. Now, I do not have any Adobe product on this particular laptop of mine. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this for free. Everything that we're going to do right now is for free. So we are just going to go to this website right here, www.photopeya.com. This is basically an online Photoshop, which is an Adobe software. Adobe. I don't know how you really pronounce that, but anyway, yeah, Photopeya right over here. You can even Google online Photoshop, and this website will definitely come out in your search bar. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to create a new project, of course. So go ahead and click on New Project. Now, I do have to warn you guys, if there are laggy bits in this video, it's because this laptop is really, really old, kind of busted, but still working. So we're going to do our best. Okay, now we're going to choose YouTube cover. Now, I know it. What? You said create a YouTube thumbnail. Well, they don't have a YouTube thumbnail over here, but they do have a YouTube cover, which I used earlier for creating a thumbnail for a particular video that and so we're going to use YouTube cover. So just go on ahead and click that one. You don't need to change anything over here. That's already set and done. And then we're going to click on create. So that's going to give us a blank space from where we can work on to creating our YouTube thumbnail. Now you might notice that there is this big red button over here. I think that's really going to be annoying because we're probably not gonna get access to these tools right over here. So hopefully we don't really need those tools, but if we do, yeah, we're done for. Anyway, so the first thing that we would need to do is to find an image. So I'm gonna start with opening a file on my computer. So we can do that by going to File over here, and then we're gonna click on Open, and we're gonna open an image. Okay, that will be the main background for our thumbnail, and I'm using this a lot. This is basically my cover photo. So as you can see, it actually opened, like this was a browser, it actually opened a new tab. So what you're gonna do is basically you're just gonna take your image, all right? So you can just choose the move tool, all right, and you can drag it over here, all right? So that's all that I did, and the image is still there. Okay, so that's one of the things that you can do. The next thing that we're going to do is, by the way, I don't really advise this because it will pixelate the image, but it's good for me. All right. I again, I don't have all the quality cameras right now, so I'll make do with what I got. So the next thing that we're gonna do is, of course, we will want this image to fill up the entire um, background over here, this white background. We want it to be filled up. So how are we going to do that? Simple. So first, we're going to make sure that we are on this our images layer. So how do we know that we are on our images layer? It's over here where my mouse is. So we're going to click on background. There's our image. And we still on the same tool, which is the move tool, we are going to click on transform tools. So as you can see, our image, see that was lag, and I didn't even click on that. Anyway, so that's it. Basically, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 small squares within our image, which will enable us to change or modify the shape or the size of our image. So like let's for example, I'm gonna do this. So that will change the size, and I can just go ahead and try to fill up all of the white spaces, and there you have it. My image is now big like that, and as you can see, it did pixelate because of course it's no longer in its original size. So that's the thing. If you want to turn that off, you can click on transform tools again, and there you have it. Your image is now the same size as our working space. All right, so what we're going to do right now, of course, this is not just the thumbnail because it doesn't really say anything about the video that we're going to be putting a thumbnail on. So for you guys to know what video we're actually going to be putting a thumbnail on, we're going to go to YouTube again. I'm currently logged into my YouTube channel. Please, by the way, consider liking and subscribing to my channel. This is my YouTube channel right over here, Ike Lariosa, and so the YouTube video that we are going to add a thumbnail for is this one, online grocery shopping sites here in Davao City. And as you can see, the thumbnail of this video is basically a scene from this particular video. So we're gonna try to load the video up, and we're gonna avoid it playing. Yeah, it got 29 views already. So yeah, so if this was your thumbnail, I doubt anyone would actually click on it. So what we're going to do is we are going to edit video. Um, by the way, this is like kind of jumping to the next step of what we're about to do. But just for you to see, there it is. There's the thumbnail section. And you can choose whatever thumbnail you want to be featured. But of course, we are going to upload our own thumbnail. That way, that particular thumbnail will be more attractive for somebody who wants to click it. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is, well, basically, we're just going to make this a simple thumbnail. You don't have to go overboard. You don't have to put butterflies, rainbows, shiny things all over this. Basically, you just need to get the message across. So my channel, my show is called Another Talk Show. That's me. This is me hosting an event somewhere in a mall here in Davao City. And we're going to put some images here at the center area and then some text at the bottom to make sure that the people who is about to click on our image knows what the video is all about. So for this to happen, we will need to move me. I need to move. So the way I would do that is I would, now this is where some graphic design knowledge comes into play. So the first thing that we will be needing to do is to create a new layer. Make sure that you are, to know which layer you're working on, basically just have to click on it. By the way, just excuse me a little bit. I do need to drink a little bit of water. Refreshing. All right, here we go. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to use the lasso tool. So what the lasso tool will actually do for us is basically allow us to create a what you call a selection in our image, which we can somehow move around. So what just imagine a giant scissor. Okay, let's imagine a giant scissor. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw around me in this image. All right, I messed up. So it's okay to mess up. You just you just press Control Z on your computer. All right, and we are going to try and, yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, there you go. So right now, the particular section which is in all of these like black and white stripes is basically an image which I can now control, copy, cut, delete. So let's say, for example, I press delete on my keyboard. It deletes the entire area over here and it creates a blank space. But that's not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to press Control Z, that's undo. And what we're going to do is we just want to move me in this image, but we don't want to move the selection. Okay, what we want to move is me. So make sure that you're on the layer that has the image that you want to take out, and then we're gonna click on Control C, which is copy, and then Control X, which is cut, and then we're going to go to our second layer. Basically it's our third layer already, and we're gonna put the image there. There we go. So what did that do? It did this. I don't know what that file thing was. So see, now I can move around in this image. So I can move me to the side like that. And now we have more space here in the middle. Now here's the problem. Well, what about the big chunky white spot over there? That's where that's where we are going to use a different tool now. So we're not using that. We're actually going to use. Okay, I accidentally hit the pause button. Okay, now this is going to be an issue now because of the tool that we're using. Um, it's going to be a little bit difficult to try and get through this, but anyway, let's not give up. So this will be a messy job, but I'm gonna do my best. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to grab our pen tool, just like this. All right, and we're gonna go to background once again, and using our pen tool, we're going to grab a portion of the background that's here. Okay, and we're gonna close that out. Why did it fill? It should have no fill. And okay, well, if this was Photoshop, it would be different. But yeah, okay. So I don't think this method is gonna work. So please do excuse me for this one. So we're gonna delete this layer. And how do we delete a layer? We just take the layer that we want to delete, and we are gonna drag it down to this thing which says delete layer. So we're going to borrow the lasso tool once again, still from the background. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're gonna draw a portion of this screen, and as you can guess, we're going to somehow plaster it over this white chunk spot. But how are we going to do it? First, we're going to hit Control C on our keyboard, and then we are going to create another layer. Okay. All right. And then we are going to just um, Control V over there, and now there we go. It's not as pretty, but it's gonna do what we just need. All right, and we created another layer, and there you go. The white blank spot is no longer there. Now I know what that looks messy, but it does the job. Okay, we're not really gonna go on ahead. I mean, you can do a better job than this if you had the time, if you had Photoshop, and if you didn't have this big red button over here that's blocking some of the tools here in Photopea. The big disadvantage when using Loom. By the way, I'm using Loom to record my screen right now. So it's a free software. So if you're looking for a screen recorder, you might go for Loom. Anyway, moving on with the video. So we want the elements now, that the elements that we're going to be putting in the middle of the video, we're going to get them now. So the first thing that we would do, same as what we did with this first image that we opened, we are going to hit File. We're going to click Open, and we're going to get some logos. Now these logos are the stores that are featured in my video, and there's the other YouTube thumbnail that I did. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to get this one first. Okay, Malagos Produce. We featured them in the video that we just made. All right, there you go. And then we are going to click on Transform Tools. We're gonna size the. We're gonna bend that over there. By the way, look at this. Hey, yeah. So somehow a deformation can happen. So what you're gonna do is while you're resizing an image, press the Shift button, and it will retain its original sizing. So pretty neat, huh? All right. Oh, and I let go of the Shift button prematurely, but I actually want that because I want this image to kind of pop out, and I want it to be in the top of my layer. Now, again, this is also a thing that you can do in Photoshop. So depending on how you stack your layers, the image, the very first layer will be the one that's gonna show above all the other layers. So that's a little information for you guys on how to do some basic graphic designing over here. Okay, and then we are going to turn off the transformation tools, and then we're gonna put on our other images. Okay, so Malago Green as well is one of the online shops that we visited uh, online, not physically. All right, we're gonna hit Shift on this one because we want to maintain its size. We're gonna make it tilt a little bit. And then the final image that we're going to be putting is Pobly.net's logo as well. So I don't own these logos, and I'm only putting them here on my thumbnail because they are the featured shops. There's one more shop, but I didn't include. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So we are going to um, just balance out that curve right over there. We're going to resize it, hitting the Shift button. There we go. All right. There we go. So we got some logos over there of a couple of uh, um, logos of the shops that we visited. And finally, to make it a little bit poppy, all right. Uh, well, of course, before we go ahead and do what did I just say? Poppy. We're gonna add some text into this, so that way people don't have to second guess what's this video all about. Actually, we do need a little bit more space, so we are going to go ahead and move these three images up. So the way to do that, if I'm not mistaken, is you just hit the shift button and then you click on all the layers that you want to move around. So the good thing was these three layers were just beside each other, so I can just, yeah, I can do this. But what if you didn't want to move all three? We wanted to move the first layer and the second layer. Then you don't press shift, you press control and then click. So there you go. See, pretty easy. All right, easy peasy. All right, we're gonna add some text, and we're just gonna supplement the title of this video, which is online grocery shopping. Uh, yeah, that's all that we're gonna put, and we'll let them do the rest of it. So, what we are going to choose a font. So the way to choose a font is right over here at the top left corner. Nor okay, this is the cool thing because you get a preview on what the font actually looks like. So we are just going to choose a font that is big and direct to the point. And I kind of like the Days font over here. So we're gonna choose that. And then we're gonna make the font white. That way it pops out and it's very clear to see because our background is kind of gray or dark. All right. And as for the size, yeah, you can change this anytime, but I'm just making sure that I get to see it. All right, so we are, let's choose all capital letters. That way it will really pop. So where's our image? Okay, yeah, it was loading. Okay, online grocery. Okay, so we are going to make that kind of a two-liner. So yeah, this needs to pop out though, so we are gonna hit transform controls over here. We can do that for text as well, and then we're just gonna drag that all the way over here. There we go. There we go. All right, and we're gonna go back to our transformation tool, or move tool rather. And by the way, as you can see, it's moving on its own. It's not moving on its own. I'm actually hitting the arrow buttons on my keyboard, and it works. All right, online grocery. Now you might well, hey, the E is hitting the logo. Aren't you worried about that? Don't worry about it. We're gonna do something about that later. Okay, and then we're gonna add one more word, which is the word shopping. I hope I get the spelling right. That's how you spell shopping, right? The last time I checked, that's how you spelled it. All right, there we go. And yeah, we're almost done with our thumbnail. Now, of course, we're gonna make this pop all the more. So how do we make it pop? We're gonna make sure that it's readable and it's precise. So what we're going to do right now is for these images, we are going to be adding some effects to them. And it's a simple effect. It's called the stroke. No, it's not a stroke physically. It's a stroke for your images. And how are we going to add a stroke here? In Photoshop, what you would do is you would right click on these layers and you should find the effects choices. But here we're using Photopea, which is a free software. Adobe Photoshop will cost you, but I do recommend go ahead if you have the money, invest in it. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to click on the effects. And there we go. Those are all the effects. So we got drop shadow, outer glow, same stuff you're going to see in Photoshop. And then we're going to click on stroke. All right, now we're going to choose the color of our stroke. We're going to choose black. Okay. Now you might, hey, I thought we wanted a white background. Well, we already have white fonts. So we just need it to pop a little bit. Now, where's the stroke? Well, that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to up its size. Oh, it looks like it didn't apply the effect for all of the images that I chose. So yeah, we'll go. Let's go with 20. So this will be the standard for all of our images. Okay. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to do this uh, one at a time. Oh, but it's great because it actually saves your what you did on the last one. It's going to get saved. All right, cool, very handy. Whew, man, speaking straight up is kind of it's making me thirsty. I'm gonna drink water after this one. Alrighty, and last thing to add a stroke to and hit OK. So yeah, that looks nice for me. I mean, I am not the master of choosing fonts. I know somebody who's better at choosing fonts than me, but yeah, I'm okay with this. So you guys can stop judging me and stuff. All right. So yeah, online grocery shopping, and yeah, that's gonna be our thumbnail for our video. So now it actually looks decent. It has the title of my show, another talk show. It has a couple of the stores that we're gonna be featuring, and it has what our video is all about, and it has a little bit of a personality in the host of the show. That's me, yours truly. All right. So what we're going to do right now is we are going to create a JPEG image out of this one. How are we going to do that? We're going to click on File, and we are going to click Export as JPEG. All right, .jpg. You can do PNG too. It's up to you. And we're going to keep all the dimensions, and we are going to. Here's the thing, though. It doesn't give you the option of where to save it, so it will always end up in your downloads file. So as you can see, there it is in our downloads file, and it's probably going to be named New Project 1. All right. So we already know where it is. We're now going to go to our YouTube account, and we are going to change the thumbnail of this particular video of ours. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Upload Thumbnail. And there it is. Downloads, New Project 1. Yay. There we go. And then we're going to hit save. And changes are done. So, ladies and gentlemen, once you go to my page now, or to my YouTube channel, what you're going to see is this. You're going to see the thumbnail. You should be able to see the thumbnail now. Depends on if YouTube is fast today. Yesterday it wasn't. It didn't change the thumbnail right away for a video. There we go. New thumbnail on our new video, hitting 31 views within 4 hours of uploading. I know I'm not the greatest YouTuber just yet, but yeah, there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you create a thumbnail and put a thumbnail on your video. And if you don't have Photoshop, this is an absolutely free website that you can use to do some graphic design. Create your thumbnails, make your videos a little bit more clickable, and please help me. My goal is really to reach 1,000 subscribers within the year 2020. Please help me realize that goal, and I'll have more content for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and my name is Ike here at another talk show. See you in the next video.